Time to go.
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Ah! Never! When did you...
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then? Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess? Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in.
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter. If only I had a robot of my own. For now, please.
Might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed.
Entering unopposed? So...
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from a nearby resident. Specifically, that Flint's was seen entering and leaving this place in the time period when the crime most likely occurred.
Flint's?
We have tried to contact him.
Very odd indeed.
So... he's the prime suspect right now, right?
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. So he lacks the motive to commit such a terrible crime. But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen. So, the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. We know that this Flint's could have been Rächer in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions, all of which will require a reasonable explanation.
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all.
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's or Rächer in disguise?
Yeah! What reason would Flint's have to murder so—
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah! They would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? No one has ever seen a phantom that can take the form of other humans within the wild time. This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge. Likely so that he could act in secret under other guises.
But no matter what, borrowing identities comes with risks, right? What if you bump into the person you're imitating along the way?
Precisely. In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk, similar to how he came in disguise to obtain the moon marrow. He likely knew then that the real Flint's would not appear and get in his way during this time. We'd have to ask Flint's ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. We can't discount the possibility that he might actually be the murderer himself. Not yet, at least. And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rächer may have already killed Flint's long ago, and been living as him for some time now. Yes, that is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do, or we might never see him again.
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry, you'll receive a top-class reward in return. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Oh, right! Before we go, should we reveal Rächer's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? That'll teach him to sneak around pretending to be other— Hey! Why you laugh?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos. Setting aside the matter of evidence, some may trust Flint's on our account, whereas others would tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rächer more opportunities to capitalize. And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh? Nothing—
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither be excessively afraid of Rächer, nor trust in this light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
Oh, right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be
You're welcome. I've charged it.
Hey, you! Whoa! The fog's really rolling in. Quick! Grab the light source! Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on, let's go see!
Into the wind!
Witness the power of committed to memory! This monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. There's something inside, huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore? Is... A fight took place here. Did Flint leave these marks?
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flint's voice? Did you hear that? But...
How shall the Savior save himself?
More Betty! Wrong. My name is Jericho! Let's play through the loop.
The wind knows me.
Go! Stand with me! Ring cut! Minute to memory! We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick! Use the lantern!
Hand it over. That was mine from the first. You're a fool. You again.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern now! It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rächer out here all by yourself.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere... To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such abilities. And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios, and curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there. It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what Rächer claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times. Though I could not destroy him completely, but I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And for some reason, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds, and where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away? Were our places switched, would you discard it? Knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract. Yet,
Yeah, throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing...
only those who shoulder risks are qualified to... Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and... Either way, It seems this fragment is now. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though.
Well,
To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they
you mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt Anop.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the Wild Hunt massing to strike.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast, then. But if Rächer could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kavaki device to find...
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should, owing to abyssal So not only is this Rächer ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks, too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to... But every year they would say, wait a little longer. Wait a little longer. In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good, the higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. A most convenient... Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss? So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rächer's head.
At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Could Rächer be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime? We shall just have to exercise some
Rain outlines your fate. Dissipate. Wind strike. Let me weave you a verse. I'll settle this. Wind strider. No, my sword.
I understand the situation more or less. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a
Let's stop here. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident. Hello?
Ah, you're the specialist.
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. If there's anything else you'd like to look into... Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident, but considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have...
We'll do our part too. Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation. But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna... Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud!
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you, as I thought. You're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran at...
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of mine. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed... Just as I thought. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the
To sow chaos by depriving the light...
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individuals. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no... Well... When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might... Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the... You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is...
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the camp. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance. So the device is stopped up. But the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it happened...
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right! If only there was some way to prove it.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And remember to pick me up by the window.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess
It is indeed. Arsons, we are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi.
Sosi. Well, you know what? Forget it.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated. As such, they usually take several days. And I understood. Completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately. What's with those faces?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, hints. We can't make everything public yet. But once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of...
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks.
Good night. Hope...
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was 8 days ago. He had yet to act. But at some point after, with the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rächer had no opportunity. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm. And in turn...
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked. Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been... But how would that help Rächer exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy too.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a... We'll have to fight Rächer eventually.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations.
Well...
That would be good, yeah.
Phew, back inside.
I suppose, had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him?
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame...
All right. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, you know humans well. And naturally, you understand their limit. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance. But they still exist.
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all.
I once turned my heart toward humanity. And thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my when you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in... Would it not be better then to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a despair. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery. Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them.
Doesn't sound too
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done. Nonetheless, there are still some things I will not allow to happen. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rerir, and the Cannon.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki watching it?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open-ended stakeout. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own house, after all.
All right then, we'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh? I'm super tired now. But, you know, feels like we can breathe easier, now that we know you better.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary. Nor do I want to attract more trouble on account of being a Fae.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow. So much noise. What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about... Flint's is a Wild Hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of...
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, you...
Or are you in cahoots with him?
What happened? Did something... But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see it? What do you mean? Ugh, this is so confusing. It's not like all the unusual stuff about it. Okay!
Hey! Let us in!
My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have—
And what hole did you crawl in?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's rest. Who'd have guessed people like you would come—
This is a matter of utmost Exactly!
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find— But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket.
Wait! It's...
All right, all right. I suppose that's the only...
Oh, alright then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial—
Come on, everyone!
No sign of Flint's.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's— So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flint's and obtained some— Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the Wild Hunt could disguise itself. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part.
So, did Flint's make his escape?
And that's where Yehoda, the quick, while everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return.
Aw, come on, Pa.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him.
Might he intend to come back and get it later?
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's...
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
All right then. Let's have this discussion.
Here's the thing. You can't live life without a little spice.
You want to negotiate prices?
I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within.
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rächer.
In that case, Rächer shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right?
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of Wild Hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper. Some of these must have been Rarir's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort?
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself.
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, why don't we find a few of those fragments
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them.
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Meanwhile, the Wild Hunt continues to grow in scale by the day. I fear...
Then we best act fast. Paimon's...
A feeling we all share,
There are 3 Wild Hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But I believe...
Works for me. Nefa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with...
The Curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with...
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan to get...
Never mind you.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the...
Understood.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move...
Gotcha!
Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
As one with wind and cloud, one with nature.
Our bond is strong. Lightning.
It's all yours.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Someone's guarding this place just like he...
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah! There you are! Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Difficult, yes. But it is to expose the true intentions of this road.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ah! Ghost! That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint?
Many strange things happen here. But
But that file really did... Hey! Come out! Don't scare Paimon like that!
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log?
Hey! Another file's moving!
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Okay then. Phew! Finally finished.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale.
Paimon as well. Guess that makes...
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something. Let's bring our files together and give them...
All right. Paimon will go... All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge... And look. All these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them.
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet, or we would have met long ago.
Ah! And here's another similarity. Kuvaki and nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive due to being neutralized by the Kuvaki present in the... But now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain. Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call a Tideseal Stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it to fail and the situation to deteriorate in such short order...
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Rerir be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking in...
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
What are you referring to?
Oh, we had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes sense.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rächer, disguised as Sosi, left at that point. Leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing...
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question, what makes it so special that he needs it so badly? That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look. Ah, it's an ibis.
It's carrying a letter! Ooh, Lala must have sent it. She can speak to little animals. Let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
That's gotta be Rare's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already—
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparation. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete form.
What should we do?
Let's go to the cannon's target site. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma.
Go! Fly!
You're here, as expected.
Humans, you never change. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this
Such faith in your... But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look. This is the truth I have revealed to them. They did this all of their... The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions. True power does not heed.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aina would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question. If I see this fragment, it once haunted your dreams, but now it seems useless to you.
That is my corpse.
Sorry.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished. Every last fragment calls to me, sooner or later.
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse. I guess they don't call you one of the 5 sinners for nothing.
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began collecting more within wild hunt sites across the land. But each time, the fragments I obtained were hardly worth it, while that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turbulent...
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize the
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and over, yet always What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering, everything I endure. I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvak. It will not be a full restoration, no. But still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption. Well...
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour.
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of...
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds and...
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rächer's plan. Not only did he... Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back...
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. Something about the wild hunt preparing to spawn. But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis. So they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a...
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. A chaotic... Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. Is, after all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire...
Even so...
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you be the one to handle them. Not like that's the only major
Affirmative. We must...
Well, about that, people have been talking about how...
What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me!
They might, if Rächer has already formulated some countermeasure. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility, high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that we will face strong resistance.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. Oh, you're back. And The Traveler won't make it back in time. So they're heading straight over to start...
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then he's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that his trust in us is not misplaced.
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to... Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have no choice but to force our way...
Is that Lady Lauma? But are you really her?
It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power, having lived on Hisi Island for...
I do, yes. But why are you here?
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon.
But...
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had close ties, but you chose to leave the island. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as I seek to redress this injustice. Please, have faith in our long-standing friendship.
Thank you, my lady.
Then come. I need you to step forward.
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. As such, I'll need to... Let's go, yeah.
Okay. See you again, everyone. That is...
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her. Everyone, it's her.
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves.
I always knew something was off about you. You won't let you Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome the barrier by going—
The cannon is all yours now.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Inefa, give her a crown cap.
Orders received and immediately
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs, but in the face of the immense threat that hangs above us all, we must persist in trusting one another. Otherwise, rifts will surely form, prized open by those who harbor ulterior motives. If your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me, you who are— I am no god, but so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be conceived. Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand firm against the false illusion.
Let's go, Inefa. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
adjusting route. Make ready.
Out of the way, small fry! What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! Get out of there! Whoa, nice!
Preparing barrier breakthrough.
Knuckle-Duckle, what are you doing here?
Ultimatum protocol.
Go claw! Being done!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Good luck! Go claw!
Annihilation mode.
Interference detected. detected. Entering countermeasure mode.
This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded.
Aw.
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki. Damage assessment.
No! I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that. We are out of time.
All your efforts have been futile. It is too late now.
Perhaps you're right. Why aren't you running?
Sigisato passa sax, intini potuftos. In necritus necrus baptusi, cenis omnes tu zonos pentusi. Os esticos palatin piratur resurcu, to pirtu aetion veratum.
Well, that's not good.
Sluggish. Torpid. I can barely muster.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human body back, did you?
What's with...
Verfnir. Vrindaughter. Flinders.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you.
Matters not. Having a heart. Being human. It's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly you matter not. Does anything be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid. How laughable that you should die for their sake!
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. You're not the only one who got stronger. Polonia!
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my... The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then.
Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out. Equipped Polonia with...
But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Polonia would have been fine.
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try sleeping and rising earlier. Or you could adopt my previous recommendation.
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I tolerated your nonsense There's a Fatui warrant out on your head. And don't you forget that.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your research. So
that was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hobbles again! Come on, Polonia!
Well, anyway, thank you. I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal Moon Goddess cannot fall into his hands, and then Well, I brought your associate along for the ride, too. But...
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that.
Still, what do we do now? Rurer's gotten stronger again. At this point, it doesn't seem like we can beat...
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans for now, but we still don't know what his aims are. and he may continue gathering.
After you left, I could no longer sense his presence.
That means it's safe out there for now.
A question, if I may, kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked.
No.
I see.
Oh yeah, the cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it? I'm wonder.
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity any longer. Thank you once again for coming to the rescue.
Go now, all of you. Do not worry. My strength.
There are leaves around. And I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Time to go.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm, but the Rächer of Solnari has now gained a complete form.
Well, it seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious cuckoosaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with cuckoosaurs?
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy...
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight us. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation? Just kidding, just kidding.
So my cannon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. You know what? I'm gonna dismantle it right now. That's right. And it still works on normal Wild Hunt anomaly.
Flint's, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers.
My thanks. For that and for everything.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often?
I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major.
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one?
Well, if you've got a moment. There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send off on his... Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. Slowly, I have achieved too little. I must do better. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of... every shadow born of the light.
Oh, poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rächer achieved his, but we will pursue him to the last. It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
What are you two talking about? Gidrick's... Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory, even as we hurry on, bruised and until it closes its eyes in the depth. Thank you for everything.
Follow the wind. Wind strider.
Committed to memory.
Rain cutter. Rain outliner. Dissipate.
Clouds high. The birds call.
I'll settle this.
This may take a little.
The north wind. Wind strike. I stand against the long night and purge the darkness.
Get with me. Let me leave you a verse.
By the north wind! Strike them down!
All right, this'll do.
one with nature.
Another
It's too late for Into the wind.
Stand with me!
As one with wind and cloud.
Lightning, terrified!
The wrong test subject.
No, my sword! Yeah, Rain Cutter! Dissipate! This may turn a
Time to go.
Sharing my knowledge!
Wind Strider!
Witness the power!
A minute.
I'll settle this! Our bond is strong!
Clouds high. Prepare.
No, my sword! Stand with me! Out of my way!
Fallen leaves. Adorn.
Let me lead you a verse.
Wind strike.
This way through the river. Grow, grow, grow!
Our bond is strong!
Committed to
Lightning terrified!
This way.
Witness the power of the wild! Dissipate!
Grow, grow, grow!